Barcelona, dude, it's a roller coaster. Can we ever get one window? All I'm asking for is one window. One normal transfer window. That's all I want, guys. One normal transfer window. Because today it seems that Chelsea are in pursuit of Fermín López. Fermín López is with one foot outside from Barcelona. I'm not going to say desperately looking to move, but is evaluating this potential transfer. And yeah, this could change up completely the squad, the season. This could have huge implications. I honestly cannot believe Barcelona could be close to leaving or letting go of one of my favorite players. Like, I'm low-key not kidding. My Wi-Fi is called Fermín López. I don't know why. Do not ask me why, but my Wi-Fi is called Fermín López. So if you want to hack me, go ahead. Go and find someone in Lima, Peru who has a Wi-Fi called Fermín López. I just love this kid. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Willis here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I apologize, first of all, because of my voice. I'm a little bit sick. I'm still working though, but I had to take a break from work because I wanted to discuss this move. This potential transfer rumor going around, making its rounds by reliable journalist David Ornstein, my fellow comrade from Bournemouth University. He studied in the same place where I did. So we are basically brothers, right? And the move is the following. The news, is the following. It seems that Chelsea are evaluating a move for Barcelona midfielder Fermín López, dude. This is not good. This is really not good. I am not liking this. I am not liking this. Let's read it together, guys, because this could change, like I said, everything. Fermín López is such a unique player for Barcelona that this could really be devastating for us. The Athletic has live. Okay, forget that. Chelsea are evaluating the possibility of a move for Barcelona midfielder Fermín López, but there is no current club-to-club contact. That is good for us, at least at the moment. The Premier League side are in touch with the players' camp as they explore attacking options in case of exits, given Barca's depth in this position. Yeah, I think if I'm Chelsea, I'm looking at Barcelona and the players that can play in a camp position. They have Gavi, they have Dani Olmo. We have, we just let go of Pablo Torre. Rafinha can also play in there. We know that Hansi Flick tried that in just the game against Levante. So I'm looking at Fermín López and I go like, hey, this could be a guy that I could potentially get, right? This is a guy that I could potentially go for and maybe try to convince him to sway his interest and come to Chelsea. Fermín's Barcelona's contract runs through 2029 after the midfielder signed a new deal in October 2024, which extended his existing terms by a further 2 years. The 22-year-old has been sidelined for over a month at the start of the 24-25 season with a thigh injury, but went on to make 46 appearances through the campaign, the majority of which coming on as a substitute, and recorded 8 goals and 10 assists. Although I have more news, I have more stats. If we take a look at Fermín López, look at the stats of this kid, dude. It's insane. 31 goals, 16 assists for Barcelona. He's won 4 trophies, and he's a gold Olympic medalist. I mean, it's insane. We're talking about 50 million euros here for Fermín López, when in reality, this kid should be worth much, much more. He doesn't have the treatment of, I don't know, Arda Güler or Mastantuono, but he's worth like that much, really. We're looking at someone who has amazing potential and is so clinical in front of goal. Fermín López, for me, is such a good asset for Barcelona that we really cannot let him go, and I cannot really think of a price that could really be suited for him. Villarreal is asking, as a comparison, 80 million euros for Jeremy Pino from Crystal Palace. And here is Chelsea comes in with an offer of 50 million. Barcelona should be going all out and saying, dude, at least give me 90, give me 100. But Barcelona are so desperate. Barcelona are so fucking broke that we just want money. You know, we just want money as soon as possible. And let's be real, guys. Have you ever been in a position where you have debt? Like I have right now a debt that I need to pay. And any money that comes by, I go like, hey, I need it. But it's the necessity that makes you weak. And I'll be honest, when I see a work for, $800, I'm going to be like, sure, I can work my ass off and get $800 easy. But in reality, is it worth it? Probably not. And right now for Barcelona, this is happening the same thing. 50 million euros for Fermín is not worth it at all. It's really not worth it. But do we need it? Oh, hell yes, we need them. Because we can simply do not register players. I mean, we literally have the problems of Dani Olmo not too long ago, saying that Dani Olmo might even get unregistered and we need to get him back into the La Liga registry book or whatever. And this is annoying. It really is very, very annoying. Fermín López, for me, is such a crucial player. I love this kid because he's so different. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what this would mean later on. But continuing this move, I think it would be the wrong decision. I mean, it really is the wrong decision. Of course, Gerard Romero recently said about 30 minutes ago that Barcelona has made it clear that there is no intention to sell Fermín López. Hansi Flick, I think, would be very, very mad. And if we actually sell Fermín López, I wouldn't be surprised that Hansi Flick says, you know what, I'm going to leave by the end of the season. Like, he cannot really work like this. What sort of environment can you work where there's constant shifts? It's really hard. It's really impossible. No one really does deserve this. The news continues by saying if Fermín leaves, it will be because the player has requested it. And there are certain outlets, certain news that saying that Fermín is already sort of evaluating that offer. But only 15 days ago, when he won the man of the match at the Joan Gamper, Fermín said, I will not leave Barça. I will stay here because Barça is my club. You fans can rest. So let's hope this is the case. But this was before the altercations between him and Gavi, right? So I don't know if that changes everything. There was a video of Hansi Flick comforting Fermín López after not getting a single minute in the game against Levante. And I think that maybe this news already had broken up. And Hansi Flick is just trying to reassure him that he's an important piece for this team. Because Fermín López really is that. He's a really important player for the squad. I mean, when I look at Fermín López, I look at a shadow striker at a number 10 that is probably the best when it comes to scoring from goals. He's better at scoring from goals than Gavi. He's better at scoring goals even more than someone like Rashford so far. We know that in this system, Fermín is guaranteed you goals. He's a really good output, really good outlet. And when we take a look at Fermín López, he's also born and bred from La Masia. That always gives you that extra little bit of praise with the fans and what it means for the club. And Fermín López, for me, he has probably one of the best outside of the box shots you can find in the world football. Like, think about it. What other players are out there that have such a good shot from long range? Fermín López is probably up there in the top 3. Really up there. Fermín López is such a good player, dude, that really we cannot underestimate the player that we would be losing. And plus, I do not know whether it's Chelsea are pursuing Fermín López because they're trying to go for, they were trying to go for Xavi Simons, They were trying to go for Xavi Simons at Chelsea. Chelsea were trying to go for Xavi Simons. But the thing with Xavi Simons is that he can play centrally, like I think most would anticipate he would. But also, Xavi Simons can play a little bit for the left. And maybe Chelsea think that Fermín can play on the left like he did as a false winger sort of, or like a half winger last season in some instances because we didn't have a left winger. Maybe they're thinking that Fermín could play in a position like that, which in all honesty, I think he can, but he's not the best. Like, he's not the best at doing that. And we know that Chelsea don't have the best recruits out there. So if I'm Fermín and I'm looking at, hey, I am the replacement for Xavi, where am I going to fit in into this team? Where am I going to fit in into the team, Because this is the team that Chelsea will not probably be playing with. Where does Fermín López fit in, Would he fit in at the number 10 and push Palmer to the right? I mean, that's Palmer's best position. I don't know. I think still Palmer for the middle is what I think is the best. I think Pedro Neto has a shout to continue playing on the left. He had such a good Club World Cup that I wouldn't put it past him. And if Joao Pedro is going to be the main striker, we saw that in the last game of Chelsea against West Ham, where Joao Pedro scored a goal and Chelsea beat West Ham by 5-1. It was Joao Pedro and Liam Delap. And Liam Delap played as the number 9. So where does it fit for Fermín López? For me, it's a move that really doesn't make sense for the player. It doesn't really make sense for the club, for us. Well, I guess it makes sense for us because we need the money. But if we're going to sell Fermín López, it has to be for way more. It has to be for 90 million euros, for 80 million euros. Selling Fermín López for 50 would be a travesty. I mean, he's worth so much more. I just want to let's look quickly at the transfer market of Fermín López. Let's see how much he's worth by transfer market. I guess it's more than 50. Actually, it's 50 spot on. And you know how this goes, right? It means that we have to at least get a little bit more for him than just 50. Fermín López is such a good player, dude. And the reason why I will be so mad that we will be losing a player like him is that we don't have a profile like him in the team. I constantly say this. I think that off the bench, Fermín López is one of the best players you can bring in. And we don't have that. There's not a single other player very similar to Fermín López in our team. Dani Olmo is not similar to Fermín López. Pablo Torre wasn't. Rafinha isn't a number 10. We don't have players that can do that. Pedri at number 10, Gavi at number 10. They're not Fermín López. Fermín López fits, I think, actually is the best player that fits what Flick wants in a number 10 position. And for me, Fermín López, to be honest, could be a regular starter. Like, there are instances in the last year, where he was one of the best players in our team. And we should not underestimate Fermín López. For me, Fermín López is one of the best players we've had in this position, such as a clinical midfielder coming into running in late into the box. He's so good. So I'm actually a little bit worried of how this could evolve. I hope Fermín López doesn't leave because I really want him. And plus, he's such a Barça guy. Look at this. You know, when he celebrated and did the little celebration like this to the Real Madrid bench, it's insane, bro. That's a Barça fan right there, you know? And we cannot be losing people like this. It's such a crucial player for us, and I really don't want him to leave, dude. It makes so much sense. Fermín López is so good. Even look at this stat. Fermín López has scored more league goals than Vinicius and Rodrigo combined in 2025. He's so underrated. He really is so underrated. Look at that goal, bro. Look at that goal he scored in the Olympics. Insane. And even, oh my God, are you kidding me? 35 minutes ago, Gerard Romero also says that Bayern Munich are interested in Barcelona's Fermín López. Oh my God. Fermín López is such an asset, dude. He's such a good asset that we really shouldn't let him go. I will be so broke if we let go of Fermín López. For me, Fermín López is incredible. It really is an incredible prospect, an incredible player. And you know what? I'm not going to say prospect. I just think of a good player now. I think he's really, really good now. So it's sad if we actually let him go. If we let him go, I think it will be a mistake by Barcelona. A huge mistake by Barcelona, because you're depleting the squad. You are depleting the squad. You are weakening our attack because we're losing a player who's able to exploit the half space so good, like Fermín López, exploit the spaces beyond the striker, like Lewandowski that likes to drop in deep, someone who is really good in the air, actually good from long range, that we're lacking that apart from Lamine or Pedri. Actually, Fermín López is a really good player at doing that, both of those things. We're losing a Barça guy through and through. I think losing Fermín López to Chelsea would be such a big mistake, honestly. Would be such a big mistake. And I don't know whether, apparently there's news that Hansi Flick wants to get a new center back in before the end of the transfer window, which I am all in for, because I think that Araujo and Cubarsi's partnership doesn't really look good at the moment. I think we need to do something better. But if the club thinks that maybe we sell Fermín López and with that money we can register all of our players and then bring in a center back for Hansi Flick, who knows? Maybe that could be the answer to our problems, but I don't know. I just think that we will be raising way more questions with Fermín López. I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that Hansi Flick would do everything in his power to stop this from happening. So I'm actually a little bit confident that if there's a possibility that this doesn't happen, we have to thank Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick could be the best thing to happen to Barcelona in such a while, because right now Deco, even though he had been doing a good job so far, things like this, I mean, fall out of his hands because of the way that the club is being run. But I mean, we cannot lose Fermín López. Like, I don't know, losing Fermín López, even a player like Casado, would be such a big miss. So please don't make it happen. Don't make it happen. So that's gonna be it right now, guys, for this moment. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we still have Fermín López until then. I'll probably do an update video if when this happens. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao.